On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, before we get into the local set of stories. I just want to reach out to you, the regular members of Chan Public in the diaspora in Florida and also in one of the Carolina, them. I think it's North or South Carolina, where the hurricane will be headed after it leave out of Florida. Now, I've seen the videos and trust me, it's devastating. Hurricane Milton deal with Florida a certain type of way. Even a stadium I saw where it literally tore a whole stadium that was a shelter, by the way, to threads. So I know say a whole lot of people has been seriously affected by it. So each one, please help one, reach out to each other and just make sure say your brothers and sisters okay, not just your Jamaican brothers and sisters, you know, because we have to get to a mindset where we understand, say, hey, we are all human beings regardless of the color, kind, creed, or ethnicity. Yeah, man, we have to just make sure say we're dead for each other, especially in times like these. So to the Jamaican diaspora, bless upon yourself, and I hope you all are okay. And if you're not, feel free to reach out to On The Spot News Media, and I will definitely do what I can to assist in any way I can. Yeah, man. So anyway, back to local style. Now we're going to kick it off over there in the parish of Portland. Yeah, man, Portland. So a team of officers assigned to the Portland Police Division seized this firearm and several rounds of ammunition during an operation in the troubled Red Hills district in Buff Bay in the parish on Tuesday. So reports from the Port Antonio Police are that sometime around 8:30 a.m. the lawmen were in the area when they signaled the driver of a Toyota Probox driving along the roadway to stop. It is said that the driver complied. He was searched and a search of the vehicle was also conducted. During the search of the vehicle, this 9mm Taurus pistol with a magazine containing 13 9mm rounds of ammunition was found in his possession. He was subsequently taken into custody. However, his identity is being withheld pending further investigation. So another decent spot of work again by the squaddy them. Yeah, man. Now over there in the neighboring parish of St. Thomas, a St. Thomas farmer was found guilty of taking the life of a man who attacked him during a confrontation which followed a minor traffic collision. So basically a fender bender caused somebody to lose them 3 points. It seems as if people value things over them own life these last days. Now a man identified as Raheem Berger, said to be of a Danvers Pen address in St. Thomas, was found guilty on Tuesday in the St. Thomas Circuit Court. So the court heard evidence that on June 22nd in 2019, A man identified as Frank Williams, said to be 42 years old, come from Danvers, Payne also, was driving his Toyota Corolla motor car along the Danvers, Payne main road when he reportedly struck the side view mirror of a motor vehicle that the accused man Raheem Berger was driving. It is said that the man, Frank Williams, did not stop. So later that day, Raheem Berger visited Frank Williams' home and confronted him about the incident. It is said that the now deceased man, Frank Williams, attacked Raheem Berger with a machete and a knife. However, Raheem Berger disarmed him and used the said knife to knife him up. The police were alerted, and upon the arrival, Williams, that Frank Williams, was seen lying on the ground, suffering from multiple knife-up wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced, you know what. An investigation was launched and Berger was arrested and subsequently charged. He will be sentenced on the 17th of October. Now that look a certain type of way, because if all the evidence presented is true, I don't feel him should I get convicted for a loss of life right there. So at least it should have been a manslaughter because him take a life nonetheless. But more so, would I really want to see that case file there? Because to me that look like a self-defense, because the man attack him with a knife and a machete and him disarm the man and then juke him with it and him end up losing 3 points. I don't know, but the law really funny when it comes on to certain things. But anyway, make we continue. And still in the parish of St. Thomas, 2 men were rushed to the hospital following a knockings and clappings in Seafood St. Thomas sometime around 9 a.m. Wednesday morning, that yesterday. So now we're going to hear from Deputy Superintendent O'Neill Thompson, who is the man in charge of operations for the St. Thomas Police Division, who weighed in on that latest spate of violence under his watch. Now listen.
A group of men were standing at a section in the township of Seafood when 2 men on foot fired shots in their direction, and they made good their escape. After the shooting subsided, it was discovered that 2 men were injured as a result of the gunshots. They were taken to Princess Margaret Hospital, where they are now undergoing treatment. The police has intensified their presence in the area. We're also getting assistance from our counterpart, the JDF, to see how best we can have the situation under control.
Now, the Deputy Superintendent O'Neill Thompson also stated that that particular knockings and clappings that can up 2 men could be a direct reprisal for Sunday's fatal knockings and clappings of this man presently on your screen, identified as Jaheim Graham, who left his home for a nearby shop and end up losing 3 pints. Yeah, man. So right now, down in the St. Thomas there, I get warm. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Andrew North Police Division in the community of Cassava Piece, right down there so, on the gully side, another mass shooting has occurred. This time leaving lifeless a male and a female, and the serious injuring of 4 others. Now, that knockings and clappings took place right as up on your screen at Dalika spot here, where persons was playing a game of dominoes right at that little, you don't know them, like a corner side makeshift shop. So it is understood that sometime around 7:30 p.m., the people were gathered at the shop in the lane, and criminal elements alighted from a motor vehicle and opened gunfire at the gathering before escaping. Now, after the knockings and clapping subsided, 6 people were found suffering from what appears to be some whole heap of corn-up wounds all over their bodies. They were all rushed to the hospital where one of the victims, a female, was pronounced you know what, who is said to be the shopkeeper. A next male was also pronounced later on. Now, the whole heap of information not about on social media about the knockings and clappings about. I go definitely put a vlog together and break it down to you for you understand where the war there I come from. Now I will say this. I won't give too much because I go put the vlog together. That Jamaican knockings and clappings I carry out the knockings and clappings. That is definitely known. But it is not a war really based in Jamaica. The hit was placed on the person's head from a person who is living outside of Jamaica. And this warrior is dated from way back in a 2022 or possibly even further. Yeah, man. Many know exactly where I go on, especially those living in and around that same circle where the knockings and clappings go on. But I will most definitely update you in subsequent newscast. So right now, my peeps, moving right along over there in the parish of Trelawny, Falmouth to be more specific, where the police is now seeking a man said to be a cotton candy vendor who fled the scene after allegedly using a knife to slash 2 male students from Holland High School in the parish of Trelawny. It is said that they had an altercation Wednesday afternoon. So preliminary reports suggest that sometime around 4 p.m., the 2 students were on their way home when they had an incident between themselves and the vendor. Now, that incident took place under the overpass bridge on the MvRDA Falmouth roadway. It is said that a knife was brought into play and the students were wounded. The knife wielder reportedly fled the scene before the police arrived. The students were taken to the hospital where they are expected to be treated and released, so it was not considered that serious, but serious enough. We don't know for sure what really transpired between the schoolboys and the candy vendor, the cotton candy vendor, because we know say some of them school pitney, you know, some little tegreg, some little old tyrant, some of them. So now it is alleged that this picture on your screen is the man in question, the man who is being sought by the police in connection with the slashing of those 2 Holland High School boys. Now, if you are watching this video, youth man, turn in yourself to the police and explain yourself and make the squad of them know exactly what go on. So, still in the parish of Trelawny, this old dirty corner boy presently on your screen, in a one taxi yesterday morning, board the taxi with him strap in him waist. So when him a going at the taxi, somehow, some way, but fate would have it that the gun drop out of him waistband and drop a ground. So him look left, look right, him never look up. Yeah man, never say just see where I go on and just play somebody right there. For say you have the strap pan you. So him get up, take up back the strap and tuck it back in him waist, jump back in the taxi. Who and behold, the taxi pull up right at the stoplight there, so right at Falmouth. Yeah man. And the squad of them juke down the taxi and say everybody come out. Some of the people in the taxi cuss the squad of them and say, oh, them late for go to work and this and that and hasted and Kofat. When squad is search him and take the chaps out time waistband, all the same people them what did that cuss the squad of them, say money them a look from the taxi man and all sort of things. Have to just shut up and thank God, say squaddy did actually stop them. It is said that one person said, boy, this work me going to work late because squaddy just may have saved a robbery and possibly a life. Yeah, man. So you see more time when you see police do them work, when you just load them, make them do them thing because you may never ever know. You see, as long as you know you're straight and you're clean, just make them do them thing. Yeah, man. So the criminal element presently on your screen has since been identified as Sean Brown, otherwise known as Brown Man, said to be a Igla who come from Davidson Drive all the way in a Kingston. So we don't know what him do so far, all the way in a Trelawny with a strap well tucked in a theme waistband. So who knows, he's possibly a wanted criminal element. So on the Spot News Media will most definitely keep tabs on this one and give you a follow-up in subsequent newscast. Yeah, man. So another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Now over there in the neighboring troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, another fatal knockings and clappings took place. Now, this time is in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Lilliput community. Now, over the weekend, this brother presently on your screen lose fame 3 pints. A brother known as Larry. Yeah, man. But the man them walk up on him and dirt him a certain type of way. He's said to be an operator of an wholesale. Now, yesterday, the man them got dirt Larry brethren, a man identified as Shaka in a similar fashion. It is said that Shaka was in the Bugs Bunny area of Lilliput, where he works at an wholesale. It is said that the criminal elements walk in the wholesale and what amount of can Shaka get, may I tell you, it left everyone in that wholesale in utter shock. Now, when news hit social media of the passing of Shaka, another troll posted another comment similar to that what Larry got under his post when his fatality hit social media. Now, this criminal element posted Shaka, ya dead man, like your friend Larry. Rest in peace. Boy, may I tell you, my peeps. The thing rough. Now over there in the parish of Manchester, a 16-year-old porous high school student has been hospitalized after he was knifed up allegedly by his schoolmate during an altercation on the school grounds on Wednesday afternoon. Preliminary reports suggest that sometime before 5 p.m., the teenager was on the school compounds when he and another student had an argument reportedly over $200. The argument escalated in a physical confrontation where one student pushed the other and a ratchet knife was used to knife him up in his side. It is said that he was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he has since been stabilized by doctors but admitted in serious condition. Said this already, say it again. Parents, guardians, we need to step up with things as it relates to ensuring that our children don't have weapons carrying into our nation's schools. Something has to be done about the violence in schools. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Andrew South Police Division, this female presently on your screen was greeted with a hail of bullets and her life taken, leaving scores of residents, some elated and some mourning. She has since been identified as Keifa, but guess what? Her alias is Gal Thief. Boy, may I tell you. Now, no questions have to be asked as to why she is referred to in the streets as Gal Thief, as it is clear as day on your screen. However, her life was taken. The circumstances under which is not presently known by On The Spot News Media. But when visiting social media and just reading through some comments, I came across this comment. The comment stated that this sad, but she wasn't innocent. She a one gun girl. She instigate people to lose for them 3 pints and then rejoice when them dead. Now, On The Spot News Media is not for sure if this is the facts, but this is what the regular members of Chan Public out there say. So On The Spot News Media will most definitely be making some checks into it and update you in subsequent newscast. Now, the last thing that we are going to talk about, 2 criminal elements who have been listed as wanted by the Kingston Western Police Division. Now, the first one is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as Orlando Smith, otherwise known as Bird in the Streets. Now, this criminal element here is wanted for a slew of criminal activities to include the fatal knockings and clappings of a man. Now, this other criminal element here presently on your screen is most definitely no stranger to On The Spot News Media, no stranger to the police, as he has been featured on The Spot News Media in several knockings and clappings to include a fatality or 2. Now, he has since been identified as Jason Campbell, otherwise known as Liz. He's also the brother of this old dirty kind boy presently on your screen, identified as Piglet, who is most definitely a notorious criminal element in the Kingston Western Police Division. Now, Jason Campbell, aka Liz, is wanted for a slew of criminal activities to include that of a fatal knockings and clappings. Yeah, man. So anyone that knowing the whereabouts of any one of these criminal elements, please alert the nearest police station. And as always, if you not trust the squad of them, link a soji, link somebody in authority who wanna know and trust, not the politician, because may I tell you, them take side. But as always, if you not trust the police, nor the soji them, there's several means and ways to pass on the information. You can call 119. You can call 811, that is the NIB tip line. You can call 311, I think that is Crime Stop. And if you don't trust none of them ways and means, there, link On The Spot News Media or any like-minded vlogger. Give us the information. We will most definitely pass it on to the relevant authorities who can make effective change. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.